Hello, how are you? I'm Jessica Lynn and I'm back with another one of the happiness tips videos. We're doing a series of these as part of the Serenity Experience in Riverside. This is a public art installation that I have done in collaboration with the Riverside BIA, and we're very grateful for funding assistance from the City of Toronto as well. It is a physical installation. It takes up 10 storefront windows in the Riverside neighborhood along Queen Street East, and we're very grateful to those businesses for allowing us this space. And we're also doing a lot of virtual content for obvious reasons in a pandemic, so that there's a lot of the components that you can access online. We've done a virtual tour, we have a scavenger hunt, which is not a traditional scavenger hunt. You don't have to go to locations or answer riddles or anything. It's more these very easy, simple missions that are specifically designed to increase your happiness. So today, I'm excited about this one. I have a special guest. The happiness tip for today is move, and I put an exclamation mark after that because it's not just about move like this, but it's like actually put your heart into it, get out there and move. And I have somebody who knows way more about why you should do this than I do, because I'm one of those kids that needs to know why I should do something before I feel motivated to really follow that advice. So Dr. Lisa Watson is a naturopathic doctor, and I met her last February at Oma Chiropractic's Love Yourself event, which was an amazing event. They're doing it online this year, right now, February, so you can check that out. And I was lucky enough to catch Dr. Watson's online seminar in the spring about hormones specifically, and it changed the way I behaved in the early part of the pandemic, and I think that's dramatically changed my experience of the pandemic, which is why I wanted to have Dr. Watson this and share this with you. So, hold on. Here she comes. There she is. Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
Yay. So, first of all, I would love to invite you to join me in 3 deep breaths. Are you up for it?
Absolutely.
Okay, and everybody at home too. We're all going to breathe together. My personal favorite is in through the nose and out through the mouth. I find that the most relaxing and grounding. So, let's go. All right, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. I can tell that's not your first time.
No, but such a lovely gift to get at the beginning of this, to have that moment to ground ourselves. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me in it. It was recommended to me in a group where we were talking about how everyone started jumping from various Zoom meetings one to the next, and you kind of need a minute to be like, okay, where am I? What's my intent here? And it seemed like a simple way to do that. So you had, specifically what inspired me to invite you here today is you did a talk virtually. You pivoted fast because that was meant to be a real life workshop that people were supposed to come and see you. And then it had to become virtual very quickly. And it was geared mostly to women, but I think applies probably the specific sort of happiness hormone stuff applies either way. So I would love to hand it over to you to explain a bit more about why moving our bodies is helpful right now.
You know, moving our bodies is always important. And I think that most people recognize that exercise and movement is important, but there's this lack of connection between why are we doing it? Like, if we're already tired, it can be hard to motivate ourselves to move, but our bodies are designed for movement. We need movement to allow us to not just move through our days, but to process information in our bodies. And one of the things I talk about a lot, and certainly is notable during times like COVID, is how our body needs exercise to overcome stress hormones. Mm-hmm. Stress hormones, when we're in a state of stress, like we all are right now, our body changes the way it functions in order to enable us to survive. All of our blood starts to flow to our extremities, our heart's beating faster, our eyes are dilated, we're looking for danger, we're starting to notice what's bad and scary in our environments. Mm-hmm. And when we can move our bodies, it allows us to tell ourselves that we're safe. It allows us to move through that stress, to process some of those stress hormones, and we feel more calm, we feel more confident, we feel more capable when we move. But it's not just about stress, right? It's also about happiness and feeling more positive about life, because we're going through hard stuff right now, right, Jessica? Like, things are challenging. So when we exercise, we also release amazing endorphins, those hormones, those chemicals produced by our brain to reward us for our behaviors. We produce more dopamine, we produce more serotonin, we get this surge of feel-good hormones that allows us to just look at the bright side, to feel more positive. There's also research that suggests the more that we're connected to ourselves during exercise, the more that we engage in that mindful exercise. We don't just put our headphones on and go for a walk, but we feel our feet touching the ground. We feel our bodies move. We feel the expansion when we stretch. Oh, does that feel so good, right? When we connect to that, we also produce the calming hormones, things like GABA, that allow us to just feel that release. And so all of these different things are so accessible to us when we just move our bodies in a more positive and joyful way.
So what's your favorite, because the other part about this is it's cumulative, right? Like, we're now 11 months worth of stress. It's not 2 days. It was like a tiger was chasing us and now we've we've gotten over that threat. It's still happening. And I think that's a lot of people maybe have just sort of adjusted and they're used to being stressed out all the time and have this background anxiety. So what I would love is an idea or a couple of suggestions from you of what's something fun. What would you suggest is a great way to get moving for people who maybe don't have this as part of their day already?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if you've ever seen me on my Instagram, but I am a hula hooper. So that is something that I do every week. I take a class every single week with my hula hoop. I practice it all the time because for me, movement is, it's joyfulness. It's a time to connect to my body, to move in a way that makes me feel really happy and expressive. A lot of people connect to that through dance. And for me, I found this silly plastic ring that we play with. And I have built such an amazing community of other hula hoopers in Toronto. So for me, it's just such a wonderful thing that I do that allows me to move my body, to laugh, to dance, to connect. It's just so joyful. But other things, like, it doesn't have to be hard, right? Most of the research around movement centers on walking, right? Like, that we know so much about the benefits of exercise through the simple act of walking, which most of us find really accessible. Of course, right now it's snowy outside in Toronto. It's a little bit treacherous out there. We want to be careful, but just even walking is such an amazing form of exercise because it's simple. There's no barriers to doing it for most of us. We can just engage in it. Dance classes are great. They're available online. Yoga. I'm always encouraging women in my practice, and I work mostly with women, but men should take this advice too, to just find what makes you feel good. That movement should be joyful. Movement should be pleasant. Movement should put a smile on your face. And if that's dancing blindfolded in your bedroom, if it is stretching, if it's joining me and my fellow hula hoopers for an online class, like, it's all wonderful and it all has the same benefits for us.
What I love about the hula hoop idea is it also connects to being a kid. Like, as soon as you said that, I pictured 7-year-old me in the playground. So it's immediately joyful. It's playing. It's not like a a thing on your to-do list. It's a thing on your get-to-do list.
Exactly. We all look so forward to hula hooping classes every day. And, you know, they're being offered throughout the week. And it's so fun to connect. You go on the Zoom with all of these other people who've got their hula hoops, and we're there to play together and to have fun together, and yeah, learn some mad skills. Like, we have such a great time together. It's just so delightful.
Yay. We have a scavenger hunt as part of the Serenity experience. It's an app called Goose Chase, and we made one of it's all for happiness missions, basically, rather than like go find this thing in this place. So one of our missions is to dance, make a video of yourself dancing, and you get bonus points if it's outside somewhere, because I just think the idea, and Georgia from Untitled Salon did one where she's dancing on Queen Street. And I love this idea of people just randomly dancing in public. And it's not only giving you joy, but the people who walk by, they might look at you a bit strange, but but you've sort of made their day as well. So yeah, that's a mission. I have to admit, I have not completed that mission yet. But it's on my get-to-do list. So I'm looking forward to that. But
maybe I'll try and get my hula hoop out into the park and shoot a little video.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. And who knows who else you might encourage, right? Like, even people who have no idea why you're doing it, they might just be, you know, the ripple effect of stuff like this, I think, the potential is enormous. So
I think that's how most people find things like hula hooping, is you see someone having fun and you think, my goodness, I could have fun. I used to do that. You know, yeah. I think it's just so delightful when happiness can be so contagious, when we can share it with other people and, you know, not hide the fact that we're moving our bodies joyfully. A lot of women have a bit of shame around exercise and worries that they're not doing it right or not doing it enough. And when you move it into a form of play and fun, it takes so much of the burden off of it, that we all can play, right? We just maybe don't do it as much as we should.
Yes, I agree. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us and for the insights and the ideas. I want a quick reminder, we're having a do-it-yourself online workshop tomorrow, which is February 20th at 2 p.m. It's free, and people can sign up through the link in my bio or the Riverside BIA bio. And it's a DIY Serenity workshop. So ways that you can bring a little bit of the Serenity experience into a corner of your home, because we're all at home. So it may as well feel like a happy place, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and take care and keep hula hooping. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much, Jessica.
Take care. Bye.